Hello, everyone. Welcome to my podcast. I am Kay, and this is the K Touch. It's been a while I was online. There's just been a few things that have happened recently, but it doesn't matter. What matters is that I'm back on this wheel. The daily grind. Well, maybe not so daily, but a grind nonetheless. And today, my art is going to be... I'm going to be creating something I haven't done in over a year, I think. Well, the best part of this year, I think. And I need to get back to it, which is making my own superheroes. I've always wanted to do that, even when I was younger. I had this thing of creating superheroes, so I want to actually make my superheroes. Let's see how I get on with that. So the name of the character that I am making today is one called the Brown Roach. He's a very unique character. And I am basically making him off influences from the cockroach, the brown cockroach. So I'm just going to crack on with that and see how I get on. Sorry about the noise. Sometimes I don't realize what's on and what is not. Right, let's just crack on with this diagram. I will start off with just a rough sketch of him. I would like the Brown Roach to be wall climbing, because that's what roaches do. They climb the wall. But here's a question for ya. Why do humans hate roaches so much? Honestly, what is the deal? And I'm speaking as someone who is not a fan myself. What is it about cockroaches that we are all repulsed by? Is it the smell? Is it their appearance? Is it that noise we hear when we successfully step on them and kill them? What exactly is it about roaches? If you've got an idea, please, by all means, leave a comment and let's have a chat about why we hate roaches so much. I'm going to be quiet now. So that's the main kind of like the shape of what I want to do. That is a skeleton. Maybe that's the best way to describe it. It is flesh, but it's a summary of the pose that Cockroach Man is going to, not Cockroach Man, the brown roach is going to be making. I think there's already a character called Cockroach Man or Roach Man or something, which is why I hadn't picked that name. But because, you know, characteristic roaches, the ones that are popular, the ones that are well known, are brown in color, I decided to call this character the Brown Roach. And his uniqueness is not just in, you know, I'm definitely going, there are a few characteristics that I'm going to show or speak about that are influenced, that, you know, get their influence from the roach itself, the cockroach. But one distinct thing about the brown roach is the number of limbs he has, which comes from, because roaches have 6 legs, so he has 6 limbs as well. But rather than, I think the usual thing with characters when they have 6 limbs is to, especially if there's some human characteristic to the characters, they will ascribe the first 4 limbs, the limbs associated with the upper body, with hands, and then the lower one will just be a pair of legs. I don't want that to be the same for Roachman. He would rather have 2 hands and 4 legs. This is intentional, especially because roaches have this unique quality where, in fending off enemies, would do a back kick, and so I want that to be kind of his thing, to do a back kick. So yeah, we'll see how that goes, but so far so good. Now I'm going to go ahead and start adding a few definitive parts. So let's see how we get on. I'll call this the skeleton layer, just in case I need to get back to it. Make a duplicate of that. So on the actual skeleton layer now, I'm going to shut up and start adding some definition, some details. He's got this casing, that's the word to describe it, on his back that allows, it's kind of like an oval shaped, if you look at it from a 2D angle, casing that allows for him to, that acts as the attachment to his wings. So that's what I'm trying to demonstrate here. What I'm trying to do here is make some kind of wall, hence a wall crawler. That'll be pretty neat to be able to do. Gives more quality to the drawing. And that sense of actually climbing a wall as opposed to laying flat on a surface. By putting the grid lines on just makes it it's just way easier when I work with the grid lines. Less complicated. And then I can make perpendicular lines working at an angle of 90 degrees to the lines I've made across. They don't have to be perfect lines. What they have to be is just have to create that impression. I'm then going to make these, they won't be visible. Just need to finish this a bit and they won't be visible when I start coloring. I'm just putting this in so I don't forget. Yeah, now that that's done, I'm going to get rid of it. Okay, so I don't need the grid anymore. That is basically, that's from the back end anyway, that is basically the Brown Roach. So at this point it's time to put in the ink. I honestly didn't think it would be this easy to do, but hey ho. And I'm just going to start working on the ink layer. Or the pen layer. To do that, I will fade out the pencil layer a bit. Excuse me. Now you already know what kind of pen I love to work with. For those who have been watching some of my videos, I usually work with the for effect pen. I just like it. It's so easy to work with. Because no matter how funny the line is, it will try to straighten it out, which is very helpful to have. Not worrying too much about the lines because of the kind of effect I want to give this drawing. Forgive me for using the word drawing. It's not, well, I guess it is interchangeable with, you could just call, it's not just a drawing. That's the thing. I'm going to color it and all of that, so it's not just a drawing, but you get the drift. I hope you do. So you see how the effect line attempts to correct the errors in my line art. That I really love, and I just, I just stumbled. Well, I wouldn't say stumbled, I just experimented with. So I would, for anyone using art tools, you might not always know what it is you need, but just keep trying out different things, and hopefully you come across one that suits you. Okay, not looking too bad. Still a bit of work required. But nothing I can't handle. Those have got to be the best set of fingers I have drawn in my entire professional capacity as an artist. You know, I've repeatedly said as well in previous art videos about how my art, or the process of art making, continues to fill me with wonder, because you're basically making something that hasn't been made before. Even a copy of an original product is not an original product, and that process itself is just an amazing feeling. I am continually in awe of the art creative process, and I hope never to get used to it. I want to always look in wonder at what I have created. Right, so that is me done with the background of, so I've put in the pen layer and pencil layer for this art piece. I am quite pleased with the appearance. I'm quite pleased with how it looks. Just add in a bit more. Detail here. I'll add a few segments to his hands. A few to his legs as well. Okay, so I must confess that when I started this, I wasn't too keen on doing it, but now I'm like, this looks absolutely great, absolutely gorgeous. So I'll leave it at this. I know it doesn't look too perfect right now, but there is method to the madness, and it's going to look much better. So that in a nutshell is the work for today. This is me done with the Brown Roach, and I will add in colors and put in some definition the next time I am working with this. Anyway, so that's me done. Thanks for keeping me company in this episode, and I will see you hopefully in a couple of days. We'll see how it goes. Take care now, and cheers.